In this video, we are going to learn how to create stock aging report, stock provision and valuated stock report or stock summary report in Microsoft Excel while we have only the simple stock report. We will be creating stock aging report and will be assigning the different aging group to stock items based on the age of the stock items. Then we will be calculating the stock provision based on the aging group assigned to items. Then at the end we will be combining both of these tables and we will be preparing a value-added stock report where we will be able to find out what is the net value of our stock after provision. So let's get into it. Here we have a simple stock report that we are going to use in today's tutorial. This report contains different columns including material code, material description or name of the material or items, PO number based on which we have purchased these items, material received date, the date on which we received this material, quantity for each item and the value. As we are going to prepare the aging report from this simple stock report, we need two types of dates. First date we have here already, that is the date on which we receive the material. The second date that we need is the date on which we want to find out aging for each of these stock items. Let's say we want to find out aging of each of these stock items at 30 June 2026. So what we will do, we will add here a new column that is aging report date. We will format this header and we will add here aging report date or the date on which we want to find out age for each of these items. As we said, we want to find out age for these stock items on 30th June 2026. So we will add this date in all of these cells. I will just simply drag it down. So we have 30 June 2026 in all of these cells. Now the next step is we will find out age for each of these items. I will just add here new column age. Let's say we want to find out age in months. I will format this header. Now to find out age for each of these stock items, we will simply use formula open parenthesis aging report date minus the date on which we have received this item close parenthesis divided by 30. We will suppose that on average we have 30 days in a month, so we will divide by 30 to get the answer in months. Enter. We will simply drag it down. We have answer, that is age of each of these items in months. To make the answer the rounded figure, I will simply use here round function open parenthesis. At the end I will insert comma and 0 to get the rounded answer or the complete month. Just drag it down and now we have age for each of these stock items in months. Now the next step is based on the age of these items, we will assign different aging group to these items. For that we will create aging groups 6, 12, 18, 24. Now the first aging group for 6, I will add 0 to 6 months old. I will drag it down. For 12, I will add here 7 to 12 months old. For 18, I will add here 13 to 18 months old. For 24, I will add here 19 to 24 months old. And next, I will simply add here older than 24 months. So we have been created the aging group. We will add here a new column because in this column we need to bring the aging group for each of these items. I will add here aging group, or maybe I can add aging bucket, whatever name you want to give to this column. So I will add here aging bucket maybe. I will use here X lookup function to assign aging bucket or aging group to each of these items. You can also use if function. If you don't have X lookup function, we will also see that how if function we can use to assign the aging bucket or aging group to each of these items. So first of all, we will use X lookup to see how we can assign. So X lookup value obviously age of this item, comma, next lookup array, we will look up this age in these cells, comma, return array, we will select these cells because we need to return one of these aging bucket here, then comma, if not found we will leave it empty, comma again, exact match. Now we need to select match mode. We will select exact match or next larger, then again comma, search mode, we will select first to last, selected, close parenthesis, enter, and here we have answer or the aging bucket assigned to this item. We simply need to lock lookup array and return array. We will use F4 to lock lookup array and return array. Enter. I will simply drag this formula down, and here we have assigned aging bucket to each of these stock items. Let's see if the aging bucket or aging group assigned is correct or no. Let's take example of first item. Let's say first item has age 18 months and the aging bucket assigned is 13 to age months old. That's mean it's correct. For second item, let's say it's 6 months, aging group or bucket assigned 0 to 6 months old. That's correct as well. Let's say we will take this example, this item 27 months old. The aging bucket assigned is older than 24 months. So meaning the aging bucket or aging group assigned to these items are 100% correct. Now we will see that if we don't have XLOOKUP function, how we can use if function to do the same thing. We will use if function equal sign, if function open parenthesis. Logical test that we will use is that age of this material should be smaller or equal to this number. If this is true, what answer we want? We want this answer. Otherwise, if the value is false, I will insert comma, value is false, then what we want? Then again we want if function. Again same logical test. If age of this material is less than or equal to this number, then comma, we want this answer. Otherwise, again if function open parenthesis, age smaller than or equal to this number, then we want this answer. Otherwise, again if function open parenthesis, age is smaller than or equal to this number, then we want this answer. If this is also not true, then comma, then we want this answer. Close parenthesis, enter, and here we have answer that is exactly same as we got using the XLOOKUP function. What I will do, I will lock all these cells. I will lock N2 cell using F4 key, N3 cell locked, O3 cell, N4 cell, O4 cell, N5, O5 and O6 cell is locked. Enter. I will simply drag it down, and here we go. We can see that for each and every item, the aging bucket assigned using the if function is exactly same that we have for using the XLOOKUP function. So I will simply delete it to avoid any confusion. As of now, what we have completed, we started by adding the aging report date, then we calculated age for each of these items in terms of months, then we assigned the aging bucket. Now we need to calculate provision for each of these items. Let's say for that I will add here a column. I will simply format the header. Now for provision, we need to think of some policy that we will use for provision. Let's say our company policy is there is no provision if stock is less than or equal to 12 months old. So we will add here 0% because from 0 to 6 months old there is no provision, 7 to 12 months old there is no provision. This is, let's say, as per our company policy. If the stock is 13 to 18 months old, then we will assign 25% of value as provision. For 19 to 24 months old, let's say we will assign 50% as a stock provision. And older than 24 months, let's say it is our company policy that 75% of the stock value we will put as provision. So now we have provision policy here. How we can bring provision or how we can calculate provision for each of the item? Simply use VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP function, lookup value this aging bucket or this aging group, comma, table array. We will select the cells in which we have this aging bucket and the percentage of provision, comma, column index number as provision percentage is in second column, add here 2, then comma, then add here 0 for exact match, close parenthesis, enter. Here we have provision that is 25%, but we don't need percentage, we need here value that we will keep as a provision. So what we will do, multiply by this stock value, enter, and here we go. For this stock item, we have this stock provision. Now I will simply lock these cells. I will select this table array. I will use F4 key, enter. I will simply drag it down, and for all of these items, we have been calculated stock provision. For example, for this item, as we know that age is 0 to 6 months old, then there is no provision. This is as per policy we have assigned, right? Let's say we take example of this, we can see that age of this material is 27 months old, that is older than 24 months. That's meaning that 75% of value of this stock is as a provision. So we have been calculated provision as well. Now what we need to do, we need to create our reports. To create reports, simply go to insert tab, click on pivot table, click on OK, so that we have a new sheet where we create our reports. Let me adjust a little bit. Now first of all, we will create stock aging report. For stock aging, simply drag material code, material description in rows. Let's change the design. Go to design tab, report layout, select show in tabular form. You can remove this total, uncheck subtotal material code. Then you can simply drop the value. In values, we have material code, material description and value, but we need aging report, right? Stock aging report, and aging we can get from aging bucket. We will pick the aging bucket and we will drop under columns, and here we go. Now we have stock aging report. We simply need to format a little bit. We will change the format. We will drop 7 to 12 months old here. We will add the heading stock aging report. Let's make it bold, change the size, let's adjust a little bit, and here we have the stock aging report. Now we need to prepare stock provision report. We will simply copy this report, we will paste it here. The first step, we will change stock provision report. We will change the heading. Let me adjust it a little bit. Now as we don't need the stock aging report, we need to find out that how much provision we have for each of the aging bucket. So we simply remove a value from here and we will drag provision here under values, and here we go. We have provision, total provision we have around 1 million, and if we see for 0 to 6 month old and 7 to 12 month old, we don't have any provision. That is exactly based on our provision policy. But if we see, we have provision for 13 to 18 month old stock, 19 to 24 month old stock, and older than 24 months stock. So we have been prepared our two reports. First one, stock aging report, and second one, stock provision report. Now again, I will copy this stock aging report. I will paste it here, and now we need to prepare evaluated stock report or stock summary report. I will change heading here, evaluated stock report. I will remove aging bucket from here because now we need to summarize our data, right? We have here material code, material description, total value of the stock, but we need to find out the net value of the stock. What I will do, I will simply pick the provision and will drop under the values. So here we have total value and provision, but we need here net value so that we can identify that after provision what is the net value or actual value of our stock. For that, we simply need to go to pivot table analyze tab. We will click on fields, items and sets, calculated field. In this window, we will, with help of this window, we will create here a new customized field. We will give name to this new customized field, that is stock net value. Here we need to generate the formula would be obvious, that total value minus provision. I will select the provision. This is the formula, this is the heading or name. I will click on OK, and instantly we have here a customized field, that is the stock net value, that is total value minus stock provision. So this is the way how we can create these three reports: stock aging report, stock provision report, and value added stock report, while we have only this simple stock report. Using these three reports that we have been created, we can do decision making, we can analyze our stock data, we can know that total value is 10 million, 10% of the total value, that is provision. So net value of our stock is 9.2 million. We can also see that how much stock value is under the old stock, or how much value is aged stock or slow moving stock, and we can think of, okay, do we need to write it off or do we need to dispose it off? So these three reports are very helpful to do the decision making. So friends, that's all for today. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to give thumbs up, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. See you next video. Bye bye.